smokers usually don't suffer from unexplained belly fat, and doctors don't really have a clue about this massive new health hazard. Now, how do I know all this? I guess you could say I've become something of a sleep evangelist. Ever since that night when Dan blessed us with a new lease on life, since he revealed that the unexplained weight gain, the terrible energy, and the nagging health issues were never our fault, and he showed us a way forward, a simple path to reclaim our youthful enthusiasm, flatten our bellies, and be truly happy again. I felt deep in my heart that it was my mission to absorb and share the powerful gift Dan gave us. That night, when Dan came to visit, a quick trip to Whole Foods, and we had everything we needed to brew his mind-blowing sleep tea. I've tried lots of teas and tinctures that promised better sleep, but Dan's creation is in a league of its own. It tasted amazing, too. Once he showed us how to brew his tea, he taught us his proprietary shutdown sequence guaranteed to flip the switch and guide you into a deep, restorative sleep. The kind of sleep that peels off belly fat and fortifies your health literally overnight. A word of caution, though, make sure you follow the shutdown sequence precisely, because messing it up means less of that priceless deep sleep you need. Todd was skeptical, but I was so excited I could pee myself. For me, it was like finding a spring of crystal clear water after so long in the desert, and I couldn't wait to gulp down some of that sweet, precious, deep sleep. I don't know if it was just in my head, but I swear I woke up the next morning and already felt lighter. Like my body just moved better and I felt more vitality. However, after just 4 days of using Dan's tea and the shutdown sequence, I knew 100% that it was not in my head. Not only was the scale dropping like a stone without having changed my diet, my waistband on my police uniform started getting too loose and I had to tighten my belt a notch. After a week, even Mr. Skeptical admitted this was something special, something powerful. Todd had been sticking to Dan's plan with me. His face started to de-bloat and look slimmer almost right away, and for the first time in years, he was finally at peace through the night. His terror somehow subdued with deep and soothing sleep. By the end of the first week, his eyes got bright again, and the black circles under his eyes literally disappeared completely. And by the end of just 3 weeks, I started seeing the faint outline of those abs of his that I used to love so much. I have to admit, it got me feeling frisky again for the first time in way too long. And I guess Todd took confidence and pride in the way his body was transforming too. Because one night, I got home from my shift and walked into a scene straight out of a Harlequin romance novel. Rose petals, expensive wine, romantic music. And as he folded me into his arms, I just melted into him and let myself surrender to the delicious desire that had been building in both of us. And we've never looked back. We religiously follow Dan's methods to this day, and it's literally like being born again. I can't even imagine going back to feeling fat, lethargic, heavy, foggy-headed, and tired all the time. And the crazy part is, back before Dan opened our eyes, all that was normal to us, which is what shocked me into action. Because I looked around me at my friends, my family, my coworkers, and I could see it in their faces, their bloated features, their tired eyes, their expanding waistlines, their lethargic movements, that they too were suffering what Todd and I had been living. And if you're still watching, there's a good chance...
For more on this great offer, click the link in the description below this video now.